Everybody, it's Shuflaka back at again with another Madden YouTube video. Today we have our top 10, and we're not going to be doing it on a position like running back, wide receiver, or quarterback like we normally do, but it's going to be a top 10 on every single card in the game. So meaning it's going to be just the top 10 best cards in general. This can be from any position: offensive lineman, defensive lineman, corner, free safety, all the way to running back, wide receiver, tight end. Every single position in the game can be on this list. I think this one is obviously probably the hardest list to make because there's going to be amazing top tier cards left off the list. But then again, it's hard to even place them from 1 to 10 from even these cards. You know what I mean? It is a very hard list, but we are going to try to get it as perfect as possible. I wrote it down last night. It takes a while to make a video like this off camera, of course. It takes a lot of not only like looking at cards, playing with cards, everything, getting a feel for everything. But if you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure to smash that like button and also hit that sub button. We are on that road to 10K. Appreciate you guys so much, and let's get right into it. To take your gameplay to the next level, make sure to check out civil.gg to look at the 2 membership plans right here for the best ebooks inside of the game. Use code SHU for 25% off. Number 10, we do have Hendricks. This is a card that I think is very underrated. A lot of people have quickly moving on from him because a couple other people who are on this list, but Hendricks, 89 overall speed right there at 93 excel, 88 strength. The thing that's really good about this card is that he hits that 93 block shot, which is absolutely nuts. 91 power move, and he also is 6'7", meaning he can be usered as well. He does get lurker for 1 AP, and if you take a look down here, he does get 90 zone coverage. So you can pass rush him, you can drop him into zones, you can even user him, you can do everything with this card. If you guys remember Jadeveon Clowney last year, this is basically Jadeveon Clowney golden ticket just before it's a golden ticket. Hendricks, this card is amazing, and I think there's not much you can get better from here from a user. Obviously, he's not as fast as some of the user guys out there like Cam Chancellor, all those other guys. Oh, and by the way, cards like Cam Chancellor and all those guys, they won't be on this video. This will be auctionable cards only. So Kittle can't be on this video. Cam Chancellor can't be on this video. None of those cards can be on here. It'll be 10 cards that are all auctionable. And Hendricks is our number 10. Number 9, we have Will Fuller. This is by far the fastest receiver in the game. I wouldn't say by far, but +1 speed is a lot of speed that people don't even realize. He is the fastest, so he's the only one that has a 93 base. He has 91 catching, 86 catch and traffic, and 87 spec catch. So out of the 3 catching, he only hits 1 of the thresholds. And for the route running, he does hit 2 out of the 3, the medium and the deep. The deep is actually nuts at 94. 95 when powered up. Obviously, you want to power this card up because you have that 94 base speed, and if you have strat cards, you can get him up to a 96. And even if you're on a theme team, 98. And if you guys saw when this card first came out, people were even putting the strategy card for the ultimate kickoff because he had an 88 ultimate kickoff card. They got him up to a 99 speed. This is how insane this card is. I think speed is king. Obviously, he's not overwhelmingly tall. He's not a big guy, but 93 speed is nuts this early on, and Will Fuller is definitely our number 9. Number 8, we have Broderick Thomas. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. I think I am. I am not very fond of this player. 90 base speed, 93 excel, 88 strength. So he is nuts everywhere. The fastest outside linebacker in the game. 89 pass rush, play recognition, 94 block shed, 94 power move. So those are absolutely nuts. The one thing that we wish he hit was a 90 finesse move too, but he actually has a very bad finesse move in 71. But remember, yeah, this card is probably one of the better pass rushers in the game. He is literally loaded everywhere, and he's also very fast. I don't believe he has any good zones. 74 zone is not awful. You could definitely drop him into a 75 zone. You could drop him into a flat and he wouldn't play awful. But Broderick Thomas is a very good card. This card is very solid. I think he was very slept on because not only did he come out with a center release, he came out with Marquise Bouncy, one of the two. I think it was Marquise Bouncy. But he also is just a guy not many people know before he came out. But Broderick Thomas, very good card. I think not a lot of people are going to sleep on because there is a guy later on the list, and also Hendricks on this list. Broderick Thomas is a very good card, though, and I don't think anybody should be sleeping on him, especially if you get him in a theme team. Number 7, I think this is by far the best tight end in the game. I wouldn't say by far, but I think Waller, Cook, all these other guys right under Gronk, Kelsey, All these other guys are very, very good. But Vernon Davis not only is the fastest, but he hits every single threshold as well. He hits all 6 thresholds. Well, not deep route running. They don't really track that as a tight end. His deep route running, what would that even be? You're not going to be really running deep routes with your tight end anyways. I don't even see it on here unless I am completely blind. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. I probably missed it. But he has a 92 catching, a 90 catch in traffic, 91 spec catch, 90 short, and 92 medium. He even has decent run blocking. He had better run blocking last year. Last year, he was absolutely nuts because he had the run blocking as well. But 73 is definitely not awful. It's definitely not unusable. I know that Kelsey, the LTD Kelsey, has a 75 run blocking. But Kelsey also is -4 speed or -3 speed on this Vernon Davis. He is also 6'3", which is solid. He also gets cheated on the air trucking. You need to be 245 pounds. He is 244 pounds, which is crazy. But Vernon Davis is still the best tight in the game because he hits all these and he is the fastest. I think he's almost a must-have if you pass the ball almost every play. 6, we have Justin Herbert, 85 base speed, 93 throw power, 92 short, 89 medium. He'll hit the threshold for both medium and short. He'll hit that 89 deep, which isn't the greatest, but it is still very good. 91 throw under pressure, 92 throw on the run, which is amazing. 91 play action. He does get hot route master and set feet lead. You guys know the quarterback, everything, the only thing that matters is obviously the hot route master. He can't get pass lead elite and hot route master. He can only get set feet elite and hot route master, which set feet elite is okay. It's definitely okay. It's not as good as pass lead, but set feet is solid. I do recommend this card on. I love him, but the guy that is #1 on this list, I think I would take over him. But Justin Herbert is still a very good option. I still do think he deserves to be on this list. Despite not being #1 at his position, he's still very good. He also brings that speedier version to it. He doesn't have as good of a release as the next guy, but he does bring that speed to the table. And Justin Herbert, he can't be left off this list, how good this card truly is. Number 5, we have Randy Moss. We don't even have to talk much about this card. The best, or not the best, wide receiver in the game. This is actually a very tricky one. You'll see later. There are 3 wide receivers on this list. 6'4", 210 pounds. He has 92 base speed, so he's very, very good in speed. 92 jumping, 90 catching, 91 catching traffic, and a 92 spec. So he's going to hit all 3 catching right there. But the thing that really does suck about him at a 93 overall, which is a high overall, that is a very high overall, he only hits 1 threshold on the route running, and that's going to be deep route running. Really does suck to see him not hit the short or medium, but it is okay knowing I think Randy Moss always plays very good despite his stats. It seems like no matter what, he always plays above his stats. You could say the same with Lawrence Taylor, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, a bunch of other cards just like these guys always play above their stats, and Randy Moss is one of them. Easily a top 5 card in this game right now. Number 4, we have the best running back in the game, and I don't even think it's close. I think he is by far the best right now. 91 base speed, which is tied for the fastest running back in the game. 91 excel, which is very good. 90 carrying, hitting that threshold, very, very amazing. The 64 catching, I will show you guys how to basically counteract that. All you want to do is in your 3rd slot, put on backfield mismatch, makes better catching. He catches everything with that backfield mismatch. And in the 2nd slot, I use bulldozer. I think it is the 1 AP one. It's the one that only allows trucking. So I have the catching ability and the trucking. It makes him amazing. It makes him literally a goat back there. 92 trucking and 92 break tackle. He also is the only relevant running back in the game that can air truck at 247 pounds. He's just Derrick Henry. He's Derrick Henry. Not much to explain here. Number 3, we have LT, the GOAT, man. This card is a fan favorite. Everybody loves this card. 89 speed, so he's not as fast as Broderick, but he does have better excel. He has amazing strength hitting that 90 threshold. The thing that I like about him over Broderick is that he hits all 3 thresholds right there at the end. 90 block shed, 92 power move, and a 92 finesse move. If you guys remember, Broderick did have better block shed and power move, but he also did have a 71 finesse move. And obviously, like I said, we like to see all 3 of these getting hit. And Lawrence Taylor is Lawrence Taylor. Like I said with Randy, it's always a card that plays above his stats. There's not much to play above here. He is best on paper right now. Obviously, the only thing we take above him on Broderick is that +1 speed, which is amazing. But LT is LT, and this is a card that's almost a must-have on every single team in the game. Number 2, I really hate saying this, but this is the best wide receiver in the game. I don't know why, but they made Brandon Marshall better than Randy Moss. I know he is +1 over on him, so that might do with a lot of it. But even when looking at the card, he is miles ahead ahead of Randy Moss. He is an inch taller than him, same exact speed. He's better in every single catching stat. I think catching traffic he might be tied in, but he is 94 at both catching and spec catch. He also is much better at short running and medium route running, and he even has a +3 at deep route running. Only 1 overall buff. It's actually nuts how good they made this Brandon Marshall card is. He is by far the best wide receiver in the game. I think Randy Moss is very good. Don't get me wrong. I just think this Brandon Marshall is nuts. It's crazy how good he is. He's literally hitting every threshold by miles. The one that's closest is that catching traffic, but everything else is 92 to 94 plus, which is crazy how good this card is. And he's also 6'5", so he's even taller than Randy. I don't think he should be better than Randy ever in Madden, but he is. But Brandon, especially released on the same day inside of the game, Brandon Marshall definitely is the best receiver and definitely a top 3 card. And number 1, the reigning number 1 from even the last time, and I think he's been number 1 for even the one before that. I don't know actually. I don't know how long he's been out exactly, but 93 throw power, 92 short, 94 medium, and a 95 deep, 95 throwing the pressure. His throwing the run isn't the best, but the play action is amazing. I don't know what the play action stat does. I've never noticed the play action stat to be good. Maybe it affects computers, but I've never noticed it. But the thing that is really good about this card aren't particularly on the stats. He does have the best throwing stats in the game, and he also has a solid speed to get out. The thing that's good about him is he gets every single team chemistry in the game, which is amazing for team chems and building a theme team. He also gets Howard Master and Pass Lead Elite, the only quarterback in the game to stack those 2 abilities. And he also has the Aaron Rodgers release, which is amazing. The best release in the game, stacking with every theme team. Also amazing stats. I mean, he just got to be number 1. Dan Marino is amazing, and he's still the best quarterback in the game, especially after watching the pros do the Thanksgiving tournament. Every single pro uses this card. He's still the number 1 quarterback. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Make sure to smash that like button if you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.